26th July shooting between Assam police and the Mizoram police. What is the truth behind the clash in which both sides have different stories to tell? Mizoram's side are saying Assam police came to our land. Assam police used violence against Mizo civilians. Assam police used grenades and fired their guns first. Due to this, Mizoram police came into action and shot them back in defense. Assam denies by saying, "We did not shoot them. If we had shot them, why are there no casualties from Mizoram? Why did only Assam policemen get injured and die? Mizoram police were already prepared to shoot. They brought machine guns and sniper rifles. How can the policemen shoot their own countrymen with machine guns and sniper rifles? This is shocking." They even celebrated after killing the Assam police. They destroyed vehicles of the government officials without any respect. We have all the video evidences. Let's find out. Firstly, let us look at the place where the violent clash had happened.
Our reporter Shivani went on the ground to find out the truth.
We are at the Lelapur checkpost in Assam. If we can show you the Lelapur police patrol post, that happens to be the particular area, the particular police post, which is at the border of Assam and Mizoram. And this is the place where the whole violence took place on Monday.
The video we just saw needs a little fact check. Some media agencies claim that the incident happened at the Lelapur police point of Assam. Looking at both the videos, clearly the places are different. This is the AH and Betty Department Mizoram signboard where the incident actually happened, and this is the Lelapur police station. This clash happened at the Autosand in Mizoram area and not at Lelapur police point in Assam. The clear fact is that the incident did not happen in Assam, not even near the border, but at a town called Vairengte in Mizoram, and the media is spreading false information of the location. So, let's get into what happened there on the 26th July. Here in this picture, the green arrow points to the location of Mizoram police camp and the yellow arrow points at the Vairengte auto stand in Mizoram. As indicated with the red dots, the Assam police came towards the Mizoram police camp, passing through the CRPF duty camp and took over the place forcefully at around 12:30 p.m. Let's take a look at this video.
Tuna building thar kan humek in thar kan humek sa Mizoram sarkar sak ania chuanin tuna hianin Assam horon chawin satlai in soron lu antuma tin bungro te pon in zon lu ta so tin isonan lu alut ngal ni mei ni hian alanga entingan.
The Assam Chief Minister claims that they went there in peace to protect the border, but as seen in this video, they came with guns and other equipments, forcefully pushing the Mizoram police away from the Mizoram police camp. During this time, only a couple of Mizoram police were there on duty. As the Assam police forcefully took over the camp, the civilians came to stop the Assam police. Thus, the clash between the Mizo civilians and the Assam police started. Let's look into what happened next. After forcefully taking over the Mizoram police camp, as indicated here with the red dots, the Assam police went towards the auto stand at Vairengte inside Mizoram, where the civilians were trying to stop them from entering further. Within a short span of time, at around 1 p.m., the situation escalated into a battle between the Assam police, who came fully armed with loaded guns, and the Mizo civilians with just their sticks. Moments later, the Chief Minister of Mizoram posted the video on Twitter requesting the Union Home Minister to look into the situation. The Chief Minister of Assam, Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, asked to investigate why the civilians were holding sticks and trying to incite violence, while in fact, according to the video evidence, is that the Assam police came with ready equipments and the Mizos were fighting back using only sticks. As the clash between the civilians and the Assam police continued in Varingte, Mizoram, a Mizo couple driving towards Mizoram from Assam were beaten up in the Assam area by the Assam civilians and policemen. Upon hearing this incident, the Mizoram civilians destroyed the vehicles of Assam police in return of what happened to their fellow Mizos at around 2 p.m., where the clash had happened in Varingte. The Assam police started using grenades and tear gas at the civilians, causing few injuries. The Chief Minister of Assam claimed on Twitter that the civilians of Mizoram were trying to push the Assam police out of their post and that the civilians would not stop the violence, while the video clearly showed that the Assam police were using violence on the unarmed Mizo civilians. Still, Assam side believe that there is no justification for the death of their 6 policemen.
Suppose 1,000 people, 50,000 people come in. Are you saying that you will open light machine gun fire on your own fellow citizens?
Of course, Mizoram did fire, but in an act of self-defense. Let's look at another evidence.
Anihim bomandom bomboga tear gas nen bom nen kan bulok lok arom puak renga hey kan police so kan SB hawin kong sila mambaw fakadi.
Clearly, the civilians were scared and worried that the Mizoram police would not do anything while the Assam police were throwing grenades and tear gas at them. But if the Mizoram police attacked back, things would get worse, which seems to be the reason why they were just staying away while the Assam police were attacking the civilians.
First of all, Assam police didn't fire a single shot.
Assam shot first. Assam draw the first shot.
First of all, Assam police didn't fire a single shot.
As the Assam police continued the attack at civilians, the Mizoram police finally decided to fire back.
And all of a sudden, the fire started coming from the hilltop and all.
Did the Mizoram police actually fire all of a sudden? This next video evidence suggests that the Assam police shot first and still Mizoram police gave a chance to retreat.
वापस उधर पीछे जाओ पीछे सबको जाओ भी जाओ मैं 5 मिनट दे रहा हूँ आप
If the Assam police opened fire first, then how did the Assam police personnel, why are they the ones in the casualty list?
The Assam police were in casualty list clearly because they were not taking proper positions, and the Mizoram police seemed to have taken their positions well, and the civilians hid behind vehicles. In such situations, when two sides are firing, it's just a matter of luck if people are getting shot or not. Unfortunately, 6 Assam police died and over 50 got injured, and few from Mizoram were injured as well. It is a false claim that there were no injuries from Mizoram. The entire nation is saddened by the death of the 6 people of Assam.
Yeah. There are pictures of Mizoram police personnel celebrating, allegedly after killing Assam police personnel.
According to Mr. Levin Tungobs at PM Mizoram during the interview, he said, often the Assam police used violence against civilians the entire afternoon. The Mizoram police finally managed to push them back, to which they celebrated. The celebration was not because of the deaths, but because the Assam police retreated. This seems to be true, as the Mizoram side would not have been aware of the death of the policemen at that particular moment. It was only later in the evening that the Assam declared the deaths of their policemen. Member of Parliament from Mizoram, Mr. Laro Sangah, and other leaders, upon hearing the unfortunate deaths, shared their condolences. The people of Mizoram share the grief of Assam's loss and believe that the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma is responsible for the deaths of their policemen for allowing them to act in a violent manner. Meanwhile, the Assam Chief Minister blames the Mizos and made a statement that he will deploy 4,000 commandos at the border. The Chief Minister of Assam also said that the Mizoram police were using LMG while there are no evidence for that. On the other hand, there is a visual evidence that the Assam police were holding machine guns. The question still remains, why did the Assam police bring these guns and ambulance in the first place if they came in peace?